She's at a place in her life where peace is a priority and negativity cannot exist. She's no longer matching energy. She's simply removing herself from any situation that doesn't vibrate her soul. So if you start moving funny, she's moving on.
What's up, my Fina love? Sisters Fina D coming to you all from Vina Team News. Most of you sent me DMs and wanted me to react to Vivica Fox and Carson hosting the Wendy Williams show and their reaction to the new trailer of The Real Housewives of Atlanta season 14. So you can go ahead and type in Vivica and Carson Wendy show, and you can see the part about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because you already know they have their image in the thumbnail, so you can watch that for yourself and come back and let's talk about it. But I will be breaking everything they said down because I wrote some notes for copyright reasons. Of course, I cannot play the actual clip from the Wendy show. Based on the comments, Wendy supporters love Vivica and Carson chemistry, okay? Based on the comments I read, people love their chemistry. So I'm not here to critique their hosting. I'm here to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, because that's what I talk about most of the time on this channel. They start talking. I'm going to jump around. Carson then said something about, full-time Olympic gold medalist Sonia being on the show. And then Vivica says, I guess money can't buy you class. She made that reference saying, how do you win 4 gold, Olympic gold medalists? How do you make history, do all of these things, and then end up on the Real Housewives of Atlanta? I know Luann was going to be on the show because Carson made a comment, but she didn't make that reference because of Luann being on the show, even though Carson tried to make the connection. And most of you are aware that Luann have a song, Money Can Buy You Class, so the reference made sense. But Vivica was also talking about the ladies of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Basically, in her mind, if and when you're on that show, that means you are classless. She didn't say those exact words, but it was insinuated. Let's continue. If you are a Kenya Moore supporter, an OG when it comes to supporting Kenya Moore, then you are aware of Kenya Moore and Vivica Fox drama, on Celebrity Apprentice. Vivica not noticing that that's what they normally do when there's 2 successful Black women on a show. Let us place you in the stereotype box and see if you're going to take the bait and be exactly who we expected you to be and give us a show. So she fell for it and believed that Kenya Moore stole her cell phone, posted some inappropriate tweets from her cell phone. However, you are on Celebrity Apprentice, where there's cameras everywhere. Kenya Moore had access to your dressing room, your trailer, or your section on a show, like I said, where there's cameras everywhere. Stole your cell phone, and there's now 1 camera footage to show her doing it, One of the producers allegedly planted that story, and Vivica wasn't smart enough to realize, oh, I see what they're doing. Let's put the 2 successful Black women against each other and let them call each other the worst names possible, drag each other, hit below the belt, and give us a show. She fell for it. She believed it. So whatever Hollywood relationship, I should say, they had went down the drain. Kenya Moore threw some fun shade at Vivica Fox way, but Vivica was so mad. She hit below the belt. She completely lost her cool. I mean, it was a hot mess. So I said all that to say she has no place to talk about people shading each other, being inappropriate, hitting below the belt, and coming for each other on reality TV because we got to see her in action. Now, you might say, well, she had every right to behave that way, but that's my point. These ladies have every right on the Real Housewives of Atlanta to behave a certain way based on things that are happening to them, being said about them. A lot of these movie stars and people look down and talk down to reality TV shows just to find themselves on these same shows because the movies in Hollywood isn't paying or calling the way how they used to pay or call before. And then Carson made fun of the way how Kenya was eating, her lobster, made fun. And you could see that Vivica was trying to do her best to not make a comment when Kenya Moore's name was mentioned because she knows whenever she goes there, when it comes to Kenya, that's when she makes the blog pages. And, she was just trying to keep the peace because Kenya said on Watch What Happens Live, I don't have no issues with Vivica Fox. She believed something that happened on Celebrity Apprentice, which I did not do. And because she believed what happened and then said that lie really hurt her feelings. Well, I did not do what she accused me of. But the fact that a lie connected to me hurt her feelings like that, for that I apologize. But I kept telling her I didn't do it, But Vivica decided to believe the producers that wanted drama over Kenya words and also believe, based on bias editing on the Real Housewives of Atlanta, that the Kenya Moore that she's known for years in Hollywood, for some reason she allowed editing a TV to convince her that this is who the new Kenya Moore is. And yes, she took my phone. Anyways, so Kenya been done with Vivica Fox drama for years, okay? Vivica is the one who's been dragging Kenya in almost every interview, even though Kenya, when they ask about her, I don't have the issues with Vivica. Like Kenya that one interview on Wendy Williams, when the Kenya got voted off, she made the comments because they were still in the moment. But after that, Kenya really been paying the whole situation dust. So Vivica said either on Fox Soul or in one of her interviews that she accepts Kenya's apology and, she's willing to move on. So she was doing her best to not go back to the whole, let me go ahead and drag Kenya. But her body language exposed how she really feels about Kenya because you could see it all in her face and all in her body language when Carson mentioned Kenya's name, okay? So let's continue. And then Carson, of course, he have to rep for his friend Cynthia Bailey. He said, I'm sad that they lost my friend Cynthia Bailey, who I find very classy. Like I just talked about Cynthia Bailey in the last video I uploaded. If you missed it, it's the very last video, most recent video I uploaded. I will include a link in the description below for those of you who missed it. Cynthia Bailey is classy and love and light, but that didn't stop her from popping off on Todd Bridges. It didn't stop her from popping off on Shayna. Okay? So if you're going to give Cynthia Bailey the same grace and say she's classy and she's no longer on the show and the show is trashy because she's not there, then give the same grace to the classy Kenya Moore, who the only time she pop off is unless someone come for her. Like she said, don't come for me unless I send for you. She normally doesn't start it, but she will finish it. Vivica continues. She said, I hate seeing these grown, beautiful women going at it. And then I said, when she said that, I said as if she didn't go to the lowest of the low on Celebrity Apprentice. Okay, I said you might say she defended herself, my point which I just talked about. If you are placed in an environment to defend yourself, you will. And that's exactly how Vivica behaved on Celebrity Apprentice. Vivica said the claws come all the way out. And then I responded, girl, your claws and more came out when you were placed in that same situation. Okay, how soon they forget. Now, these are my notes and responses that I'm writing as I'm watching. I don't want to forget certain things that they said, so I wrote things down, okay? Vivica Fox is with the ish, okay? And now wants to sit on this high horse. And then She was talking about the reason why she won't do a show like The Real Housewives of Atlanta or The Real Housewives, period. However, she loves to do like competition shows. Like she loves acting because she gets to, act like slap someone, be mad at someone. However, if someone was to try her in real life on a reality TV show, she will set it off, of course, her movie reference, and kill Bill that person. She's not about to go at it with you because you disrespected her and then you expect her to be like, okay, cool, we can go and get tea tomorrow and sit down and, and have fun. I'm not that type of girl, and we know that because she held on to that lie from Apprentice that she claimed Kenya Moore did to her for years. So then Carson responded, oh, you like to do reality shows that show your talents, okay? That show people that have talents. Now, who's insulting who, Carson? Because your friend Cynthia Bailey was on this same show. Are you saying that she didn't have talent? And then Vivica Fox agreed. But Viv, Kenya was on Dancing with the Stars, which is a reality TV show and a competition that shows your talent. She was on Celebrity Apprentice at the same table with you. So I don't know what high horse you're trying to sit on when the both of you have been sitting at the same table for years. This is what I'm talking about when we try to knock each other down. You were on Celebrity Apprentice with all of your credentials, and Kenya Moore was on Celebrity Apprentice with you. And Kenya Moore is a part of history. And not to mention, Vivica sits there on Fox Soul on the new show with Claudia Jordan, who also was on The Real Housewives of Atlanta. So I don't like when people think that they're better than others. All of these women are out here hustling, getting it. We're not going to diminish Vivica's credentials and what she's accomplished either. What I am saying is that don't do the same. Now, let me make this clear. I am simply giving my review to what they had to say. I understand it was their job to make the segment funny, to throw a little fun shade here and there, because that's the whole point. So I'm not upset. I'm giving my response the same way how they gave their response, and I'm just pointing little things out. Even though Carson was joking and the both of them were, throwing fun shade, there were moments where they were sounding condescending, and Vivica feels that way about these women. We saw it on Celebrity Apprentice. It had nothing to do with her phone. When the other guy tried to give Kenya Moore a compliment, I wanted her to take over the advertising about, the buns, play on words. Vivica got upset and she basically said, my movies have grossed over $1 billion or whatever she said, but yet you're choosing. And then she body shamed Kenya butt and then said, you're choosing her to do this. And I'm just like, girl, have we looked in the mirror? I'm not going to go there. I'm going to just leave it at that. That's when I knew she was already upset with Kenya about just Kenya presence and the way that she looked, and she already had it out for Kenya. So the whole phone situation was created. Allegedly, I won't be surprised if Vivica was the one who hid her own phone and made the whole thing up. I wouldn't be surprised, okay? Because if I come on here and I'm supposed to be Vivica Fox, okay, I've been in movies, I've been in this, I've been in that, but yet here I am hating on the pretty woman, okay? They're going to call me a hater and say I'm just hating on her and I'm jealous. What is there to be jealous of? So let me go ahead and create this whole drama and say my phone was stolen by her and lie on her so that I can have a reason. So when social media see this, they're not just saying, oh my goodness, Vivica is jealous. Why is she hating on Kenya like that? My anger and rage can be coming from somewhere, and stealing somebody's phone and then tweeting about it, they can understand where my energy is coming from when she actually entered the situation feeling that way. Okay? But she had to find something to justify her reaction. So she is not no different than the women she's trying to be condescending towards when it comes to reality TV, because actually she will be good TV. Kenya Moore said it. Kenya Moore said, sure, bring her to the show, bring her on the show. Kenya doesn't care. But to lie on someone like that and to think you got away with it, but of course, there would have been evidence that Kenya took her phone, not just hearsay. And I'm not saying Kenya Moore was a saint on Celebrity Apprentice. I'm just saying the way how Vivica was just so serious about everything. She never mentioned Kenya's name. They spoke in general terms, but because Vivica and Kenya have history, and Vivica was being somewhat condescending when she was talking about reality TV and these ladies, it makes sense to point out her own moment on reality TV and that she was exactly like some of the women, and she basically showed those same behaviors that she's now talking against. And the scene where Vivica worked really hard as a black woman to be where she is, Kenya did, but sometimes people just have this thing of, oh, yep, pageant girl, pretty girl, she didn't have to work hard to get to where she is, her looks got her there, when she's a black woman who struggled and worked hard just like you. Okay, so the whole my hard work and my movies grows this, but you are just going to go ahead and give it to her because you think she's pretty and she looks that way. Even though those words didn't leave her mouth, she was triggered. That reminded her about certain things that probably happened during her career. And no one is saying Vivica doesn't look good. She looks great. Okay. But when people have their own insecurities, then what do? They project. That's exactly what happens on reality TV. And we already know Kenya Moore is drop dead gorgeous. So there was no reason. If you feel like you're successful in your career, you've made history, you're doing great, and you are confident in that, and there's no reason to tear another black woman down to make yourself feel better. Okay, Vivica is still doing movies. The same thing goes for Kenya and all of these women who are working. They are providing for their family. Kenya is getting over, allegedly $2 million to be on the Real Housewives of Atlanta. That's a lot of money. I know Hollywood in calling saying he has $2 million easy like that. Okay, so I would never sit here and knock anyone hustle. I know these are their honest opinion. It's not that deep. I'm just giving my opinion and my review and reaction to what I heard. Okay, so hey, Vivica Fox, Carson, do your thing. No shade or hate towards anybody. It's not that deep. I'm just giving my opinion. Wishing all of you well and take care. The end of here, my final loves. Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.